Welcome children, Unit 7 Atom and Molecules Part 2. These are the contents. There is a tabular column chart given as an element and its atomic mass. We are going to calculate the mass of a single atom. As an atom is very small, its absolute mass cannot be measured directly. Is there any weighing machine to calculate the atomic mass? Look at the example. Take two objects A and B. Weight of an object A is 12 kg. We do not know the weight of an object B. Do you have any idea, students? How are we going to calculate the mass of a single atom? Let us put both objects on either side of the weighing balance. Let us see what happens. You can see weight of object A is heavier than object B. So we need something smaller comparative to object B. We cut object A into 6 equal pieces. We compare the weight of one part of object A with object B. Object A is heavier than object B. Now this probability tells us still we need a smaller piece for comparison. So we cut object A into 12 equal parts, which means each piece of object A is 1 kilogram. Now let us replace both the object in weighing balance. The balance is in equilibrium. Now we can say that each piece of object A is equal to weight of object B, that is 1 kilogram. We also say that mass of object B is 1 by 12th of mass of object A. Since we cannot directly measure the mass of an atom, we take carbon 12 as a reference atom. The stable isotope of carbon with atomic mass 12 is used as the standard for measuring relative atomic mass. Carbon is an inseparable element. The element carbon has many isotopes. Carbon 12 is one among them. Okay, what are isotopes? They are different forms of same elements. Carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14 are the different forms of isotopes. Carbon 12 is one of the isotope of carbon which is found everywhere in nature. So carbon 12 is taken as a standard unit. So it is referred as atomic mass of an atom is with respect to atomic mass unit. Atomic mass unit is the mass unit equal to 1/12th of the mass of carbon 12 atom. That is, we have taken a full atom and it is cut into 12 equal parts. So we can say that one atom from a whole atom of carbon 12. So 1 unit from a whole atom of carbon 12, which is equal to 1 atomic mass. 1 atomic mass unit. There are some examples of few elements are given in a table. Element and its atomic mass unit. Look at the table. Hydrogen atomic mass unit is 1, carbon 12, nitrogen 14, oxygen 16. How do we understand better in a simple way? Let me put you a question. How do we measure the mass of a man? We say that the weight of a man is 50 kilogram. Similarly, now do you measure the mass of a oxygen atom? It is nothing but you say that 16 atomic mass unit or 16 AMU. This is how we measure the mass of an atom. The units we use are atomic mass unit. The early pioneers of chemistry used to measure one atom of element related to an atom of another element. They measured the masses of equal number of atoms of two or more elements at a time to determine their relative atomic masses. To understand better about a relative atomic mass, you must remember the subatomic particles of an atom and a representation of element. What are radioactive isotopes? As a quick reminder, here is the helium atom. You have 2 protons and 2 neutrons. That is equal to mass number 4. You know very well that mass number is the sum of protons and neutrons. So atomic mass and the relative isotopic mass of helium is 4. Why? The clue is in it. Relative isotopic mass. It is a unit of measurement that is based on a comparison with something in relative to something else. That something else is a neutral band carbon atom. That something else is a carbon atom. Scientists previously attempted that hydrogen and oxygen as a reference atom, but heavy elements and new isotopes discovered, which results in physicists and chemists disagree in masses. But in 1961, physicists and chemists agreed to carbon as a reference atom. It is somewhat more complicated because most of the naturally occurring elements exist as a mixture of isotopes, each of which has its own mass. The atomic mass of carbon given in the periodic table is 12.01 AMU but not 12 AMU. Remember, therefore, one atomic mass unit is equal to 1 by 12 of mass of carbon 12 atom. Now there are three atoms given. There are three atoms given, that is hydrogen, helium, fluorine. They have unique atomic masses. Look at helium atom. Its mass number is 4. Relative atomic mass is also 4. So we can write it as helium is equal to 4 of 1 by 12 of mass of carbon 12 atom. Take hydrogen atom. Its relative atomic mass is 1. This is for helium. Take for hydrogen, relative isotopic mass is 1. If you take fluorine, the relative isotopic mass is 19. What about nitrogen? See the atomic structure of nitrogen atom. Nitrogen, how will you write as how will you represent the element nitrogen? You will write it as nitrogen 7 14. It has 7 proton and 7 neutron. Mass number is 14. Relative isotopic mass is also 14. Now look at the periodic table. Look at the periodic table. We have selected two elements, nickel and copper. Their atomic mass are given in decimals. Why are not all atomic mass are whole numbers? Interesting question. We should think of it. Remember, one atomic mass unit is equal to 1 by 12 of mass of carbon 12 atom. Let us see some more examples to learn more about relative isotopic masses. Relative isotopic mass, look at the carbon atom and also the isotopic forms of element. For example, we take isotopes of chlorine, chlorine 1735, chlorine 1737. Let us see the periodic table. Take chlorine 1735.5. Relative atomic mass of chlorine is given as 35.5. That is, relative atomic mass AR is given as, you have given two isotopes, chlorine 35, chlorine 37. To calculate the relative atomic mass, we should note down the mass number, that is 35.5. To find the average mass, place both the isotopes of chlorine in a balance. Do you find something? Now let us see. There are two isotopes, that is chlorine 35, chlorine 37. Atomic number is 17. Its mass number is 35 and 37. Let us take chlorine 1735 as an first isotope, chlorine 1737 as an second isotope. To calculate the average mass number of both the isotopes should be considered. So we get, to calculate the average mass, you will add the mass numbers of both, that is 35 plus 37 divided by 2 is equal to 36. So this is not how to calculate the relative atomic mass. Now for instance, take chlorine 35 atoms on one side. Take a balance and place chlorine 35 atoms on one side and chlorine 37 atoms on other side. They are not equal. Remember, chlorine has two isotopes. You will write it as Cl2. So the atomicity of chlorine is 2. To calculate the weighted average, let us take their relative isotopic abundance, that is 75% of chlorine 35, 25% of chlorine 37. We take this relative isotopic mass on x-axis and percentage abundance on y-axis to get the abundance data. Now consider, there are 100 atoms in a chlorine sample. 100 atoms in a chlorine sample. We have 75 chlorine 35 atoms and 25 chlorine 37 atoms. Now there is a formula to calculate the total mass, that is number into mass plus number into mass. So chlorine 35 atoms. In chlorine 35 is the mass number. How many atoms did you take? 75. In chlorine 37 atoms, 37 is the mass number. We have taken 25 atoms. So what do we do to calculate the total mass? 75 into 35 plus 25 into 37, which gives you 3550. To calculate the mass of one atom, you take this formula, total mass by number of atoms. That is 3550 divided by 100 is equal to 35.5. Relative atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. That is nothing but weighted average. Now listen, you must remember to write the relative atomic mass is denoted by AR. You must remember all these points. You must calculate the average mass. It should be relative to mass of carbon 12. Same number as the mass number, weighted average, and a proportion is taken into account. Now, how to calculate the relative atomic mass of any element from its isotopic abundance? Let us take carbon atom. It has 12 atomic mass unit. Now, this is a carbon sample. We have taken 99 atoms out of 100 atoms. Carbon 12 is an isotope of carbon. It has rich abundance of about 99% in nature. It is not all relative atomic mass of elements are weighted in this way. Let us see chlorine atom. There are two isotopes of chlorine, chlorine 35 and chlorine 37. How many protons and neutrons are there in each isotope of chlorine? You know very well that mass number is equal to number of protons plus number of neutrons. Now let us see, you are given three answers. Do you know which answer is correct? To calculate, let us see the atomic structures of chlorine. Chlorine 35 atomic structure of chlorine 37. In chlorine 35 you have 17 proton plus 18 neutron. Chlorine 37 17 proton plus 20 neutron. So your answer A is correct. Did you get it right? Now let us take chlorine sample of 100 atoms. There are 75 atoms are chlorine 35 atoms and 25 atoms are chlorine 37 atoms. To find the relative atomic mass, we must remember a formula, that is, we have taken two isotopes, mass number of first isotope into its percentage abundance plus mass number of second isotope into its percentage abundance, which gives you the total mass number of isotope. So mass number we have to take it. Now you are given three answers. Your answer B is correct. Let us calculate. Now let us see how to calculate this. The answer is B. Now you have 75% is its percentage abundance into 35 is the mass number. So if you multiply 75 and 35, you get 2625. 25% and 37 is the mass number, you get 925. If you add both, you get 3550. That is nothing but relative atomic mass is equal to 3550 by 100 is equal to 35.5. So relative atomic mass is equal to 35.50. Now let us take one more example, uranium 238, uranium 235, uranium 234. Their percentage abundance is given as 99.27, 0.72, 0.01. Relative atomic mass of uranium, let us calculate. Uranium 238 into 99.27, 99.27 into 238 plus 0.72 into 235 plus 0.01 into 234. If you calculate, you get it as 237.9. Now let us take chlorine atom again. So the relative atomic mass is the average weighted mass of the isotope. Total number of the isotopes is equal to mass number of the isotope into its percentage abundance. So you have taken two isotopes. The answer is 35.5. Relative isotopic mass, atomic mass of any element is, we must calculate the isotopes. Now how to calculate the average atomic mass? Let us see the periodic table. This is a periodic table of different elements. To calculate the these problems you must remember. You must thorough with the symbols, formulas, atomic number, mass number, valencies, everything. You can see an smallest indivisible matter of an atom here. The mass of a proton is given as 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Mass of a neutron is given as 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Mass of electron is equal to 9.11 into 10 to the power minus 28 gram. You know the representation of atom. There are protons and neutrons are inside the nucleus, and electrons are revolving around the nucleus in circular orbits. There should be proton number and neutron number should be equal in all the atom. Then only we can say that the atom is stable. Now carbon 12. Let us take carbon 12 atom. It has 6 protons and 6 neutrons in it. This carbon 12 is the assigned mass of 12 unified mass units, which is written as U. That U is sometimes written as AMU or Daltons. It is essential to consider this isotopic mixture while calculating the atomic mass of an element. So we can write carbon mass is equal to 12U, that is 12 unified mass units. That 12U is equal to 12 into 10 to the power 23 grams. So 1U is equal to 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 24 gram. Helium mass, how will you write? It is approximately equal to carbon mass by 3, that is equal to 12U by 3, which gives 4U. Likewise, similarly, we can write hydrogen mass, which is equal to carbon mass by 12, that is 12U by 12 is equal to 1 unified mass unit. But the abundance of each isotopic element may differ. Just take carbon. So the abundance of these isotopes are taken into consideration while calculating the atomic mass. Now calculate the average atomic mass of carbon. Carbon 12. How will you write? You have 6 protons plus 6 neutrons. Carbon 13, you will write it as 6 protons plus 7 neutrons. Carbon 14, you will write it as 6 protons plus 8 neutrons. This carbon 14 is an isotopic element of carbon which is very unstable and weakly radioactive. Carbon 14 is an unstable isotope because of their number of neutrons. The most common isotopes are carbon 12 and carbon 13 because they do not decay into other forms or elements over time. Carbon 14 is also used in radiocarbon dating. If you look at the pie chart of carbon 12, you have 99% of relative abundance in it. Carbon 13 and carbon 14 is comparatively very less if you compare with carbon 12 and carbon 13. Now calculate the average atomic mass of carbon. The table, it is given in a tabular column. We have 3 isotopes, carbon 12, carbon 13, carbon 14, and its atomic mass is given an unified mass unit, that is 12U, 13U, 14U, and its percentage abundance is given in a table, 98.89%, 1.11%, and carbon 14 has very less, that is less than 0.01%. Since it is an unstable isotope, it need not be considered. So there are only 2 isotopes of carbon, carbon 12, carbon 13. Carbon 12 is the first isotope, carbon 13 is the second isotope. If you add the percentage abundance, you will get it as 100%. Now let us calculate the average atomic mass. This percentage abundance, you can convert it as a decimal fraction. 98.89% is converted into 0.9889. Convert it into decimals. 1.11% converted into decimal, you get it as 0.011. So when you add both, you get 1. Now let us calculate the atomic mass, average atomic mass, that is nothing but weighted average. The formula is decimal fraction of A into mass number of A plus decimal number and decimal fraction of B into mass number B. That is decimal fraction is nothing but 0.9889 into mass number of A, that is 12, plus 0.011 into 13, that is equal to 12.0111 U. unified, that is approximately equal to 12.01 U. After the decimal point, 0 is not considered, it is very negligible. So we can write average atomic mass of carbon is equal to 12 atomic mass unit or 12 U or 12 Daltons. This is the way you should calculate the average atomic mass of carbon. This is a very important example, book back problem. Let us see one more example. What is the average atomic mass of oxygen? It is given in a tablet column. You have three isotopes of oxygen. Oxygen 16, oxygen 17, oxygen 18. Its atomic mass is given as 16U, 17U, 18U. Percentage abundance is 99.76 percentage, 0.04 percentage, 0.2 percentage. Weighted average is equal to decimal fraction A into mass A, decimal fraction B into mass B, decimal fraction C into mass C. Convert it into fraction. First one is 0.9976, 0.0004, 0.0002. Now weighted average is equal to 0.9976 into 16 plus 0.004 into 17 plus 0.002 into 18. If you calculate, if you multiply and add it, you will get it as 16.0044 unified mass unit. That is 16.00 unit. We can write it as 16 atomic mass unit. Okay children, these are important problems we have discussed in this lesson. Thank you.